Hi everyone, so I'm just going to be doing a quick forecast for EU and US 30. So first off, for EU, we're currently on the daily time frame, and as you can see, over the holiday periods, price has just been sideways for a lot of it. I haven't traded today, so today is Bank Holiday Monday in the UK, and I think, I might be wrong, but I think it's also Bank Holiday in the US. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. So I won't be trading until tomorrow. Okay, so hopefully we get a bit more movement in the markets from there. So a few points that had my attention. So we've had this weird bit of price action just here. Okay, and when price eventually came down from this area to mitigate into here, we haven't had really an impulsive rejection. So we're still currently in a bearish market as far as I'm concerned, so I don't think there's anything within this area that's still holding any weight. So at the moment I'm anticipating price to be coming down to visit this area at the very least. So I'm going to mark a few areas out. So we've got some demand down here, so we've got some demand on the daily. Let's change these colours up. There we go. Then I've got this area here that's piqued my interest. First off, so this area, the reason it's got my interest is, first off, we've got a little bit of imbalance left just above the demand zone. Not a lot, but we've got a little bit. We've also got a bit of imbalance around here, as you can probably see. We've broken these highs, and then we've broken this high. It then challenged this one. Okay, it then failed to break that. However, this strange bit of price action here is what has broken past it. Okay, so at the moment I'm still expecting this this imbalance to be cleared up and this zone to be at the very least mitigated, so we can see what happens if or when price gets down there. So we've got this point just here, a supply zone. So this would be probably the only supply zone I'll really be looking at for the moment. We do have this area up here. It's a bit of a sketchy one there, but we do have these areas that will eventually be of interest if price does get around there. So for this week, I am anticipating price to clear some of this imbalance, come back up, tap into this supply zone, and continue bearish down to this demand. Now let's have a little look, see what things are looking like on the 4 hour, and we can start to get an idea of what liquidity is looking like. So, okay, yeah, we've got quite an impulsive area here where we've left quite a bit of imbalance, so I'm sure we'll get a tap back into this area at some point. Okay, but I'm still favouring something around here. So because these are higher time frame POIs, I wouldn't be taking a trade straight off this, and I wouldn't be taking a trade straight off this area either. What I'll be waiting for is when price does get into these zones, I'll be watching to see what it does. So if it taps in, pulls away, and then on a lower time frame breaks structure, we could then start looking for shorts from there. So as we can see, we've got some liquidity in and around this area. Right, let's just change that. We've got liquidity at the bottom as well, so let's mark this all up. Right, so because price has been sideways for majority of December, around this area, I am expecting the top of, hold on, well, I'm just going to amend this because this is looking more like equal highs or relative. It's not bang on, but it's near enough. So I'm expecting these highs to be broken and then these lows to be broken at some point as well. Then we've got imbalance here. And we've got imbalance here. Let me just turn this off. This is the Asian indicator. Okay, so we probably could refine this area to this candle just there, because this is the one that's impulsively broken past this low. So this candle just here. So what we'll be looking for when price gets closer to this zone, we can start looking at this area. Just here. So for now I'm going to keep both this pink box and this one on there for the time being. So what else we got going on? So I think for the moment that's all I'm really going to be looking for. I'm not going to, because I haven't been trading since about a week or two before Christmas. I want to see price developing throughout this week. So the chance of me taking a trade this week might be quite slim. Majority of the time I do scalp, so if things do look quite appealing as price develops over the next day or two, then I'll probably be looking for scalps. But in terms of swing trades or intraday, then this is all I'm looking for really, is potentially shorts from here or potentially from here, but we'll have a look to see what price does when it gets to these areas. So here we're going to be looking at the Dow Jones. As you can see, the Dow Jones is currently around all-time highs. It's extremely bullish. We did have some aggressive pullbacks around beginning of December and also October. Okay, these areas it started to make it look like price was going to start turning bearish, but that wasn't the case. It was just filling orders back at these lows. So as you can see, this is COVID. You don't really need to be an expert to realise that's what's happened there. You just look at the date and you know what's happened there. So essentially for US 30, I think I will predominantly be looking for longs. As you can see, we've had this mitigation just here, so this has been quite a nice mitigation. So let's mark some of these out so we can start to see a picture of what's going on. So we've got that mitigation there. We didn't have this one, but it pushed past, but we can still include that as well. And majority of supply zones, so we've had this supply zone here. It's not a very strong one, as you can see. It's not, this one hasn't broken structure from this candle. It's taken a couple of days for this low to be broken. Alright, but this one it impulsively moved up. It broke these highs just here, so it's a safe bet to be looking for longs. However, occasionally I do trade counter trend, providing the right setup presents itself. This one, obviously, as you can see, it didn't meet our whole criteria for a demand zone, but it still respected it. So this one did, it broke structure, left in balance. Okay, this one left in balance, but maybe refine it down to a lower time frame. We can look at some structure that's, oh, there we go. Okay, so on the 4 hour, this is much better. We've got this just here. Yep, so I'll be looking at this as structure. And then these areas have broken this structure, but this is inducing liquidity here. So all the demand zones from here would have been set up for failure due to the fact it's just pulling, it's inducing liquidity. We've still got imbalance and we've still got an unmitigated demand zone as well. So if you're looking for trades along here last month, it probably wouldn't have been the wisest place to be looking for it. But from here, I don't really have any strong confluence area. Sorry, strong confluence. Strong POIs that I'm really interested in. So this point here, let me just mark up the whole area. So this is what's broken this bit of structure here, and this is what's pushed price up to create all-time highs just last week, I think it was. Yeah, created all-time highs again just last week. So this is where that's come from. However, we've then got this POI just here, which hasn't broken structure, but it still has, there's still going to be orders around there. You can see there's still a little bit of imbalance around there, so we could potentially see one of these two zones being mitigated throughout the week.